All new at 10, tonight was the deadline for people wanting to run for Fort Smith mayor to get their paperwork turned in. 7 candidates are now in the running, and the city is also waiting to see if voters will get the chance to decide on a major change to Fort Smith's form of government in November. 5 News reporter Taylor Howard joins us to explain what happens next. Taylor?
Yeah, Morgan, today's filing deadline meant Fort Smith's mayoral race is getting started. Fort Smith city clerk says these candidates will move through the certification process before their names appear on the November ballot.
Today's deadline closed the books on who can run for mayor, with 7 candidates now in the race. Sherry Gard, Fort Smith's city clerk, didn't want to do an on-camera interview, but she told me over the phone her office will now certify each candidate before sending that information to the Sebastian County Election Commission. The commission will handle the next steps before the November election. Josh Bufink, spokesperson for the city, says now is the time for voters to start doing their research.
Objectively, go online and search these candidates. Most of them have a Facebook page. Search their Facebook page, get to know who they are, get to know what they stand for, and then make an informed decision. Please come out to the ballots and come out to your polling place and vote.
Gard also told me this is the most mayoral candidate she's seen in her 30 years with the city. With that many names on the ballot, Bufink says voters may have to go back to the polls in December.
Since there are 7 candidates, because a candidate must get a majority of the votes, there's a high likelihood this will end in a runoff between 2 candidates.
While voters are deciding who they want as mayor, they may also get to decide whether the mayor should have more authority to run the city. Right now, Fort Smith operates under a city administrator form of government. A citizen-led petition drive is asking voters to change that. Those signatures were turned in on Monday and are now under review. Bufink says even if voters approve the change, it wouldn't take effect until 2029.
I do think there is like a misconception that it will happen immediately, and so I do want people to know that it won't happen immediately, that it will take time, because it's a lot more than just, hey, we're going to swap out the mayor for the city administrator. It requires other positions. It requires more council members.
Whoever's elected this November would serve a 4-year term beginning January 1st and ending in 2030.
Thanks, Taylor. And so there have been some hurdles with the petition process. They turn in the signatures Monday. Do we know where the process stands now?
Yeah, Morgan, petition organizers turned in over 3,600 signatures Monday, and they need over 2,600 valid signatures to get that question on the November ballot. The city clerk tells me her office has verified more than 600 so far, while the petition also continues to go through the legal review. If both of those are approved, the mayor would then issue a proclamation to officially place the change of government on the November ballot.